Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a general reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I got called this morning kind of to do this reading. Wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but definitely felt some conflicting energy when I was kind of thinking on Geminis. And I don't have a lot of Gemini in my life, as in like friends, family, what have you. I only really have maybe like two, maybe three Gemini friends. I don't have any Gemini in my chart whatsoever. I barely have any air in my chart in general, but I was feeling kind of this duality that's often associated with Gemini, which is like a back and forth of feeling really grounded and centered and just kind of like stoic in a sense of like calmness maybe. And then like a tide came in and just kind of like washed waves over that. And then it was like kind of, I'm ready for the day, a little bit more energy, like flittering, flirty sort of type of energy of like, can't wait to go hang out and catch up type of energy, if that makes sense. So there was a lot of back and forth. And as well, I legitimately tried to record this video, can't make it up. This is probably my third attempt. The first time I had to go get some water because I woke up not that long ago and my throat was really groggy, so I apologize for my voice. But I legitimately had to do this like 3 times, which also to me is a sign that this is Gemini energy, because I cannot decide what to do. I tried to record the video a couple times, didn't like it, stumbled over my words, didn't like the decks I was using, I needed water, I needed to fix this, fix that. There's a lot of like, it is very air energy. I'm almost being like distracted and indecisive. I'm just like, we're here, now we're here, well this, well that, maybe this, maybe that. It literally, I feel all over the freaking place. So I'm going to try this again. This is my third attempt. Also would like to say that for storylines, especially in the case of general readings, if this does not resonate with you, it may not be your story this time. Otherwise, you can even switch the roles if you feel maybe your role in this is the other person I'm talking about. It's not the main person. Then you can switch and be the outlier and, you know, take what suits you and throw away the rest. Sorry about my throat, guys. Doing my best with my water here. But, yeah, let's try this again. I want to see if I can get a couple cards here for Gemini. Try this again. It's a lot of, like, indecisive energy, and I was like, what is wrong with me? Because I'm an Aries. Like, usually I'm pretty on point and centered with, like, what I want to do or how I want to accomplish things, and I just kind of pick one and go with it. But this time around, I could not make up my mind about anything. I can't believe I just did this video, like, 3 times. What is going on with you guys? Why are you so distracted? Is this how you are all the time? They're showing me like a pet mouse of some kind, like this little mouse kind of going back and forth. He smells this thing over here, and then he decides to go to the wheel, and then he gets off kind of, you know, like spastically and goes to do the next thing, and he's eating, and then he's exercising, and he's hiding, and I'm like, oh my god, is that what you guys are going through? Good lord. Alright. So what do we have for Gemini? Well, this is also for March, by the way, if I haven't said that, March 2020. So for Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for March 2020. What do we have going on with my Geminis? Also, earlier in my previous video, as I was trying to shuffle, I kept trying to say Venus, but instead I kept hearing Aquarius. So I don't know if that could be a message for someone as well. because every single time I tried to say Venus, Aquarius came out, and I was getting so frustrated. So that could be in your chart, in someone else's chart that maybe you're connected with. So far we have Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. Number 50, which breaks down to a 5. These cards are so cute too, but by the way, I love them. I haven't used this deck in a while too. Well, it's a good thing that I had switched decks and done a new video though, because I was using a different deck at first. I was using the Psychic Tarot for the heart, and then in the middle of that, I just got a picture in my head of this deck, and just was like, no, we're gonna have to do this again. But anyway, so the number 50 breaks down to a 5, which talks about changes and overcome any obstacle. So maybe you guys are feeling indecisive about how to overcome an obstacle. You're trying to figure out kind of how you want to go about it, what you want to do. Feeling like maybe you want more than one thing and you can't pick. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's more than one obstacle. But Rhino, I mean, you would expect with the horn, they just kind of charge full force at what they want and they break them down. So you must feel strongly about whatever it is that you want. You gotta kind of harness that indecisive energy and take charge and break down that barrier. What do we got here? 16, Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. So this is another card about obstacles. The 16 breaking down to a 7. 7 to me really talks about spiritual growth and path as well. And then one more. We have the Crow Spirit, number 17, which is an 8. Co-create with spirit. That's wild that I was just saying that too. So what's interesting to me here about this is that this kind of creates a cohesive story for me. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, but I love when it does. So first things first, I have the 16 breaking down to a 7, and then 17 breaking down to an 8. It's also interesting that it's 16, 17 in a row, which tells me that since they're consecutive and they're in order, that you are following the path that you should be. You're taking the right steps, you're where you need to be, you're doing what you should be. Whew, excuse me, I had the hiccups. And then on top of that, trust in divine detours. So the things and the obstacles that were put in front of you are definitely purposeful for you to overcome something in order to get to your end goal. It's very unique that it's an obstacle and a detour, and the divine to me in this, trust in divine detours, is very obviously spiritual. The divine is spiritual. And then with Crow Spirit, co-create with spirit. So this tells me that you can overcome these obstacles. They're put in your path for a reason, for you to better yourself on your path. And then co-create with spirit says to kind of let things happen the way that they're supposed to. If you're feeling particularly drawn to something, do that. Listen to your intuition. Try to come out of that logical energy in your head, since Gemini is air energy, and try to focus more on, okay, we're going to be really blunt about this. This is what's in front of me. This is how I'd like to solve this problem. You know, this is purposeful. So we're just going to charge at it head on. It's meant to be here. And you ask for help from your guides. Ask for help from spirit, from past loved ones, or whoever it is that you might talk to, say, you know, when you're alone. Like, talk to those people and ask them for help. Hang on one sec, guys. I have dropped a card. Oh, interesting enough, this is the card that fell out of the deck when I went to go get it. Is 63 Vulture Spirit. This is nothing is wasted. This is so funny to me because, so we have the 7, the 8, and now a 63 breaks down to a 9. So you have 7, 8, and 9. So I think Spirit really wants to tell you right now that you are headed in the right path, and there are going to be obstacles there. You have to charge head on, break them down, get those barriers crumbled to the ground, and charge through to go get after what you want. But those barriers, those obstacles, those detours are meant for you. But vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. That's so funny. Nothing is wasted because it's all purposeful. There's a divine plan here at work. It's beautiful. So now I want to get into actual tarot, which I'm just going to be using the regular size Radiant Rider-Waite tarot. Whoops. Fix that. I love that there's this energy about really knocking down walls right here. Like, trust in your path and trust in spirit that they're guiding you in the direction that you need, especially the 7, 8, 9, those consecutive numbers right in a row. You are very clearly headed on the correct path. You just have to trust yourself. And maybe that indecisive energy is because you want all the things, which I, like, totally understand. Or maybe there's consequences to the thing that you want, and so you're not sure if you should just, go forth full force and break it down. But this is definitely saying to trust in whatever it is that is put in front of you, because although it may be really hard and maybe it's emotionally straining and you don't do well with that, but it's so purposeful and so meant for you. And it's going to better you in the end. So, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for March 2020. What do we have for Gemini? Oh. The Sun card is the first card. Guys, come on. This is absolutely, whatever this is, it's meant for you. These detours are pretty much breaking up that stagnant energy in your life, because Spirit's trying to go, like, okay, come on, like, there's better stuff on the other side of that obstacle. Like, you can't see over that barrier right now, and you need to just imagine it, because it's going to happen. It's coming to you. You may not be able to see that, but it is absolutely there. 6 of Cups is the next card. So 6 of Cups talks to me a lot about reminiscing, maybe even a past life relationship, or just a soulmate of some kind in your life. Generally with the 6 of Cups, because they're cups, which is emotions, tells me I automatically want to go to a romantic partner. It doesn't always have to be, but some sort of soulmate, nostalgic, maybe even an ex type of energy, dare I say. So maybe there's something going on with this partner. Maybe say it's a romantic partner of yours, and that's the issue, is that you're having this barrier, this obstacle actually exists with them. Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay. So 9 of Swords. So this right away tells me that the issue that you're having is with a past partner, or with someone that you feel very strongly connected to. Could be someone that maybe you've just been with them for a really long time, or maybe you knew them in a past life, something like that. But this partner is just kind of, it's kind of like, dare I say, siphoning the life out of you, which I don't want to say that, but it's really making you confused. It's really putting you in this confused energy, and I think that's where that indecisiveness came from, like when I was trying to record the videos and just couldn't decide what to do. It's because there's many options and you're trying to go over them all. And it's difficult. It puts you in this mental space of being anxious and kind of depressed in some cases. And you're just feeling very in your head about it. And the last one we have here is Ace of Swords. Usually I would pull 4, but I'm feeling the need to just keep going and kind of go with the story. So I'm just going to kind of do that and wing it. But Ace of Swords tells me that there's a new beginning. There is a truth that's going to come out of this. And again, nothing is wasted. Like the vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. And Spirit's asking you to co-create with them, or with him, her, Zeus, Blue Smurfs, whoever it is that you believe in. Co-create with spirit and talk to them and ask them for guidance and ask them for assistance on what to do. Because these things are all purposeful in your life. Like, you are like a lotus flower. Like, you are, in the dirt and in the mud right now, and you're really feeling stuck and not sure how you're gonna overcome this obstacle that seems huge in your life. But lotus flowers bloom out of nothing, and you will absolutely do the same thing. 5 of Wands, which is, not my favorite here at all. Ugh. 5 of Wands is definitely an energy of, of fighting. Wands, fire, energy, passion. And passion doesn't always have to be, love and romance, but passion can also be fighting. It can be arguing. It can be, being at odds with, multiple other people. And I'm definitely getting a message the more that I look at this card that this whole obstacle thing, this issue that you're having in your life is not as easy as just being you and another person and solving that. I'm getting a big energy of there being a lot of people kind of involved in this. Maybe your family members are involved, and they have their own opinion on this, and they're telling you, hey, this isn't worth it. You're not your best in the situation. Please, do what's right for you. We want you to be better. Or maybe it's just your friends are all saying the same thing also, of hey, we really want the best for you, and here's how we think you should go about it. Maybe you have a family with this person, and maybe it's kids. Maybe it's you being involved in their family, and you just don't feel like you're getting clear, concise info because you're kind of wrapped up in your own head, and then you have other people with conflicting, obviously, opinions and thoughts on what you should do, and it's just making it worse for you. It's making you a little bit more upset because now you have all these things and energies and thoughts and whatever just swirling around you, and that's only going to force you more into your head. Oh my god, guys, why am I talking so much? This even is another confirmation for me that you are going to other people to find a solution, get their opinions, and weigh your options. Because I am talking so dang much. I'm so sorry. But this is definitely you're going to people being this is my issue, and I don't know how to solve it, and there's this thing, and there's that thing, and so thinks I should do this, and you're just talking yourself in circles trying to figure out what to do. But Spirit is very clearly trying to say, trust in the fact that this is a detour for a reason. This is a barrier for a reason. You need to break this down. You can't do this anymore. This is a faulty system, a faulty foundation, and we want you to break it down so we can bring you directly to what's afterwards, which is something much better. Jesus. Oh, oy vey. Okay, so we have the moon. These came out together. So we have the moon. And then we have Knight of Swords. And the moon tells me a lot about, again, more so using your intuition. And generally, I would say secrets. But for the moon in this... Sorry, guys. My cats are going nuts. Hang on one second. They're literally climbing on top of every surface. Cats are crazy. So usually with the moon, I would say secrets, but I'm getting a lot of this is the stuff you think about when you go to bed at night. This is the stuff that makes you think late at night, and you're up just constantly going over it and over it and over it and over it, because it's something that's really consuming you when you're alone for any period of time. Whether it be you're alone in your car or you're alone at night in bed, but I'm getting more so at the end of the day while you're trying to sleep. This is the stuff that circles around in your mind. Of you're just kind of going back and forth of, I really love this person, and you have all this chemistry with them and this life with them, but in the same time, you're fighting with yourself. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm getting I'm really feeling a lot of, you're fighting with yourself because there is so much love for this person and you've built so much with them. And that's why it feels like that barrier is so big and so high, is because you've built a lot with them and you don't want to lose them, but you don't exactly want to keep a situation around that doesn't suit you. Wow, guys, you guys are really going through it right now. And then the Knight of Swords tells me that there's some, like, real intense communication going on here. Sometimes it can definitely be drama. So maybe that situation with that person is so just, like, over the top. Like, you're afraid of, like, like, if I say anything or if I, give way into the situation, is this person just going to freak out? Like, is this person just going to be dramatic? Or if I make the choice to stay, are my friends and family going to basically be against it because now I've said how much this, hurts me and bothers me? You know what I mean? Like, oh god, that just feels so aggressive, and I am not a fan of that at all. That Knight of Swords just seems like, this doesn't seem like your energy. The Knight of Swords seems like it's their energy, where they're coming in to be like, oh, you felt this entire time, like, like you don't feel this way anymore, or you feel like I'm this, or you feel like I'm that. Like, it just feels very dramatic. Like, seriously, like an outburst. Like, someone's coming in, like, just to fight with you. Like, someone literally is just like, I'm not gonna handle this well, so I'm gonna freak out. Here you go. Ugh. I don't like that. I'm so sorry, guys. That is... To be frank, that's really shitty. I'm so sorry. I'm going to see if I can get 2 more cards and just kind of make this an even keel across the board, like 4 and 4. But the way I have it set up right now is the Knight of Swords is under the 9 of Swords. So the fighting is only going to make it worse. So to me, I have the 5 of Wands and I have the Knight of Swords, which is a lot of aggressive kind of fighting energy, and I don't really like it. I just don't like it. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm not a fan. And if you guys are, like, fighting or you're at odds with each other or whatever the case is, like, having the moon below the 6 of Cups tells me, like, there's a lot of love behind closed doors, but it just doesn't feel like enough. Like, you guys have this history that really no one, knows about, or this passion or chemistry that no one knows about because, they are hearing the bad parts, unfortunately, but still, there's a need to really listen to your intuition on this. Like, that you guys have this big thing together, but sometimes it's just not for you. Okay, and then the last 2, I have Strength that came out. I am so friggin' glad that Strength is here, let me tell you right now. I'm so glad that I get to see that card for you guys, because you need it. Some of you, I'm getting that this relationship, like, oh my god, you guys have been together forever. If this is a romantic partner and this is a, like, romantic relationship, you guys have been together for, like, years. Like, I'm hearing, like, up to a decade, some of you, or more, but this is a really, like, a big part of your life. This is really deep rooted in your life. Like, I can't stress that enough. This relationship, like, I'm talking, like, like 5-6 years, like, minimum up. Like, and it doesn't have to be like that's only for some of you, so, like, take what resonates and throw the rest out. But some of you, this relationship has been a part of who you are, and it is so strongly just, like, embedded in you, and that's why this is so hard. So I'm really glad that Strength is here, especially below the Ace of Swords, which is about a new beginning of truth and clarity, and kind of, correcting your crown and making it not so crooked. You're putting your crown back in place, and you're like, you find out this information, and you pull from that vault of strength, and I'm really glad that you guys are getting that. And because of the way that this is set up also, it could mean that this argument that this person has with you, if they do come at you with that Knight of Swords energy, could really be the defining factor of, like, this is the argument or the confrontation or whatever that, like, does it for you, where you're like, I need to pull my strength together, get myself in order, and I need to make the decision and do what's best for me, which for a lot of you, I definitely am feeling like it's going to be to leave, and just kind of break that cycle and just end it as is. And then the last card I have is the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is decisive, passionate, go-getter, knowing what he wants. Knights are often action cards, whereas pages are more like kind of like a message or like an idea, maybe some communication. But knights are doing it. So I love that this is coming after strength. This says to me, strength, you pull it together to get into that Knight of Wands energy, that fire energy, and you literally go. Like, you literally leave. Like, he's, bye. Like, you're like, that's enough for me. Like, I can see clearly now. I know what I want. You get on your horse with the intention to leave. Or whatever. You get in your car with the intention to leave. The point is that there's movement. Excuse me, guys. And he knows. Like, he's confident about it. His face in this card is just very, like, it's just very straight. Like, he knows, excuse me. He knows what he wants to do. And he's like, that's just it. Like, that's just it. Like, I've made the choice. And now I'm going to do it. And then Knight of Wands below the Five of Wands tells me that, like, he's just going in the opposite direction. Like, everyone here in the Five of Wands is kind of looking inward at each other. It's this internal conflict, which makes sense if you're, conflicted with a partner. And then Knight of Wands is him moving in the absolute opposite direction. Like, essentially away from that. He wants to move away from that. So you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. We're going to move way away from that. And we're just going to call it quits. Which, like, I admire a lot. And then at the bottom of, oh my gosh, guys, I can't even get over this. So at the bottom, just for fun here, the Magician. You are the master of what you want in your life. You are manifesting this change. And maybe you just wanted to manifest more happiness or more love, but this is the way that it's showing up for you. You have the power. You have the power of all these elements to make your life the life that you want. Underneath, we have the Queen of Wands. This is more fire, determination. It's more go-getter energy, like bringing these passionate endeavors to life. I love that. And again, the queen, it doesn't have to be gender specific. It's energy, so take it how it resonates again. But knowing what you want and manifesting that and bringing it to you. And underneath, Four of Wands. Like, are you guys kidding me? Four of Wands. You are manifesting the love of your life. And I'm, like, literally getting teary-eyed, like, choked up over this. Oh my god, like, you're literally manifesting the love of your life by doing this. You're manifesting stability. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom, which usually could be a card about financial stability, but it's about stability in general. And look, guys, in the Magician, in the Queen of Wands, in the Four of Wands, in the Nine of Pentacles, yellow, 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 yellow. To me, is about, again, like the sun at the beginning, that happy energy, that warmth in your life that you've been wanting for so long, that you don't want to be indecisive, flickering back and forth, this or that, or why should I, why shouldn't I, or what about this, what if I make the wrong choice? I need you guys to just get out of that headspace, because you are making incredible leeway. Like, that's nuts. The Magician, Queen of Wands, Four of Wands, first of all, is the 11-11 card, obviously about, for the most part, I mean, if you want to break it down, marriage. It's about a steady, stable commitment. And once you end this hardship, you're going to come into happiness and that manifestation of all the things you've wanted, that go-getter attitude. You're going to get the pep in your step back. You're going to get that happiness and stability and that foundation that you've always wanted is coming so fast for you. Underneath that, The Chariot. This stuff is coming to you rapid fire. And I know I'm like going off of the charts right now, but this stuff is coming to you rapid fire. That so fast. Like, you are the one, like, similar to the Magician. Let me hold these up for you guys. Similar to the Magician with the Chariot, you guys literally are, I can't even pick anything up, guys. What is wrong with me? You guys are literally coming so quickly into that type of energy. Like, this is that type of energy. You're like, again, I know what I want. I'm going to go do it. I'm going to make it happen. And now I'm in that place, steering my life in the direction that I want. You did the work, and now you're steering yourself there. And maybe you just don't realize it because there's so much in your way, which, like, I totally get. But you're doing the thing. Oh, my God. The Hierophant underneath, talking a lot about a higher commitment, sometimes even marriage. Underneath that, guys, the Lovers. I cannot get over this. Like, you guys are manifesting some crazy, 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 crazy things for yourself, and it's beautiful. You're headed right in the direction of the love and the stability, that family and home stability that you guys have always wanted, and probably, again, the love of your freaking life. Like, what? Crazy. I was gonna clarify with the mini deck, but I don't even need to. This is crazy to me. I love this. You guys are just doing the thing. Keep doing it, please. Because you're headed in the right direction. I promise you, you are. I swear to you, you are. Okay, now I'm going to calm down. And I want to get a couple of these advice cards real quick. For the Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Guys, this is beautiful. I'm happy for you. I know you're struggling a little bit right now, but I'm happy that there are better things on the horizon for you guys. Like, just so happy. You guys are just, you're doing the thing, and you're gonna kill it. Alright, what do we got here? Tree of Souls, Collective Wisdom, Kinship Group, and Library. Breaking down, there's a 42, so breaking down to a 6. I love this. This also says to me, like, there's a path in the middle. In the bottom here, in this, like, tree area. And then you have all of these birds coming straight through here. So, like, all of that information, kind of like the co-create with spirit. It's like all of this information, as soon as you ask for it, right here. Right to where you need it, right, that connection with source. Guys, I love this. And then I'm going to pull another one here. 24, which breaks down to, you guessed it, a 6 once again. Illumination, the Radiant Self, and Shining Soul. This is so friggin' beautiful, guys. I can't get over this. It's so beautiful. So now you have 2 6s, a 42 and a 24. So those numbers might be very important for you. Sorry, I was just checking out the timing on my phone. And then the Relics of Lemuria? Is it Lemuria? Lemuria? You get what I'm saying. Fragments, Memory, and Reclaiming. So this is a number 5. The thing that, like, is just so crazy to me is that you have the 42 and the 24, which is the mirroring numbers. They both equal 6, so it's more about that nostalgia, that past life, soulmate type of energy. The Collective Wisdom, the Messengers. You have an angel here, in my opinion, although it says Light Dancer, I just see angel. Illumination, Shining Soul. Like, you have so much more than this, so don't get caught up mentally in what's going on. And then the Relics of Lemuria is number 5, so it's about change. Fragments, Memory, and Reclaiming. So literally remembering who you are. And like I said with the crown, make that crown straight. Fix it. It's not crooked. You know who you are. You got to do what you got to do, and that's fine. You're righted in that. That was written for you. And then we have a number 1, the Healing Temple, Restoration, Cure, and Safety. Beautiful. So this, again, the 1 is about new cycles, like that Ace of Swords energy that we had. This is about brand new cycles and about healing. Knowing that you are a beautiful being of light And, oh, also, you know what I just realized? That in that first card, there are all those birds, which to me is like messengers, it's communication and messages, what have you. But in the top of this card, there's also a bird up here. Kind of like very similar. That could be a message for someone. Or birds, maybe white birds of some kind, are also important for you. But number one, the healing temple. It's about healing from this, whether it's during or after, and knowing that once this is all set and done and you've gone through this and accomplished this and broken down those walls, there is so much healing for you after this. This is healing a big chunk of who you are and maybe fragments of a past life also, but this is meant for you. Trust in divine detours, co-create with spirit, overcome any obstacle, nothing is wasted. So all of these things are so purposeful for you, and they're leading you to better healing. So have some faith, because you are absolutely doing the right thing. Whatever you choose is meant for you. You're doing the right thing. You know yourself. Be confident. So with that being said, I'm going to end my lecture / rant / TED Talk, if you will, for my Geminis. But, thank you so much. Sorry, I just paused for, in my eyes, too long of a time. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope it resonated with you. I hope that you got some clarity and some guidance out of this. If you enjoyed it, you liked it, it made sense, what have you, leave a like, a comment, a share, let me know. Yeah, I hope this helped for you guys, and I will see you next month. Thank you so much. Bye.